this is Dr. Joe Borio, this week's Thought Flash. Sitting here with the famous, the infamous, the crazy Dr. Billy DeMoss. And we're over here in Cicero, New York, one of the chiropractic consulting events. We're sitting here with ChiroTouch, our big sponsor.
And
Peter Lombardi. I'm sorry, Peter Lombardi. We've done this a few times already. I'm sorry.
Third take.
I wanted to jump on our California Jam 2012, February 24th, 25th, 26th. Line of speakers, unbelievable. As Billy just said, the Super Bowl, Dan Murphy, James Chessman, Sharon Gorman, Liam Chabelle, Brian Kelly, Guy Reekman,
Caroline Melisa, you forgot her.
Thank you. Jeannie Ohm, Fred Schofield, Matt Hubbard, Dean Harrison, Dean Santilli, Patrick Gianchapo, Troy the Duke Dukowitz, Sherry Tenpenny, Phyllis Fraze, David Wolf, Brad Glowacki, Billy DeMoss, and more. Unbelievable. What's the deal you're offering everybody, Dr. Bill?
I can't give the early bird one, but I'm going to give an early bird one.
Okay.
I get $300 for DCs and $225 for CAs and non-DC spouses. Okay, and that's going to be before December 1st because the fees will go up and the seats will get further back because it's reserved seating like a concert, like a Bruce Springsteen concert. Except every chiropractor likes to procrastinate and wait.
Absolutely.
We're trying to get rid of that. Yeah, it drives me. It totally drives me more than anything.
Well, you're out there because you're renting that thing for a few $100,000.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Don't be laughing at me.
Unbelievable. I'm not. I just, and Dr. Pete, one of my best friends in chiropractic, certainly, Dr. Pete and I went a couple years ago for the first time, and we had Dan Murphy for speaker.
Dan Murphy's science blew us away. I mean, immediately went back to our room and took notes, broke out the computer, took notes on it, made a PowerPoint, just phenomenal stuff to bring back with certainty in science. Awesome.
One speaker was worth it, certainly. And then we got Spiz Magazine. Certainly, as I said earlier on one of our earlier takes, you're the BJ Palmer here taking over media, which is great.
Right,
You said that one of the reasons that you could talk the tick without offending sponsors. So tell me a little bit about Spiz Magazine.
Well, I mean, a lot of the magazines out there, and I've even talked with the other magazines, that they can't really talk the tick without alienating maybe a malpractice carrier or some other entity who've advertised their magazine. And I mean, the magazine is really just straight tick, straight philosophy, and it's actually, we have a subscription and people pay, I don't know what it is, it's like 19 something for a subscription, and people actually buy and pay for it because it's a cool magazine. It's got it's kind of like Rolling Stone / Surfer Magazine meets chiropractic. We're trying to, again, bring fun and celebration to which I feel is the coolest profession in the world, which has to be chiropractic.
Absolutely.
And there's no reason our magazines have to be sterile and stale and bogus. And it's an uplifting magazine. It's not anything that's going to bring you all the bad news that's going on. We have enough of bad news, so it's good to just get chiropractic in another media. I mean, obviously we're all over social media and anything we can to get the word out, but this is just another avenue for us to do it, and it's super fun. So it's great.
And you have an up-and-coming writer. Who's that? Oh, that's Dr. Joe Borio.
You were a Cal Jam speaker last year.
You have an up-and-coming writer on the next edition, I think. Unbelievable.
Is that how you say it?
Writer? How do you say it in California? You have an up-and-coming writer.
Are you making fun of me?
I'm making fun of you. You got a big writer coming up next issue as well. Dr. Joe Borio, I think he's writing a pretty good article.
Is he?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Yeah.
He's pretty humble.
Just so you know, I'm trying to be funny. God, now we're getting all serious. So here we are. We're in Cicero, New York.
Beautiful Cicero.
You're coming out.
Beautiful. And I'm in a t-shirt and
You're
board
in
shorts
t-shirt,
today.
looking good. And we're talking about chiropractic. So how'd tonight go for you? You feel like you
Dude, we
good
had
energy
a
with it?
great crowd here tonight, and it was just, I as you do as well as I do, we speak to a lot of people, and this was a A+, 10.5 crowd. I mean, a great crowd when they're really receptive to the word and to what I call just common sense and just rational thinking, because the whole world is just basically out of their mind, screwed up, thinking that health comes from outside in. It's good to be with a group that's all chiropractically focused and ready to go tell the story on fire without any bridling.
Absolutely.
Take the barnacles off and just go get crazy and tell the story.
I love the slide with BJ when he said not only do we need to unbrainwash the public, but we have to start by unbrainwashing the chiropractors, and that really is the challenge. And when I read that was certainly dated years ago. So BJ certainly had the same challenge back then that we are challenged with today. You agree with that?
Right, it's on the back of one of my business cards.
Yeah,
too, so.
yeah, and there's no doubt about that, obviously, because you're ahead of the curve, and I already know that, so that was awesome.
You gotta be ahead of the curve.
Absolutely.
You don't wanna be behind it.
Absolutely.
That's why
Or
we study.
ahead of the wave.
That's why we immerse ourselves, like you said tonight, we immerse ourselves in the tick, and we're tours, and we're always on the cutting edge of what works, because there's nothing else in my life. I mean, that's surfing and Jane and all that stuff, but really chiropractic is what I eat, live, breathe, everything in my life.
One of the funny things, the truths that you said tonight was, you were talking about sports, and then you said, I'm glad the World Series is over, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but, sports are such a distraction, and I find that, Pete and I have talked about that. In the office, you're trying to stay on your tick, and you're trying to stay on point, and then you've got all these other distractions, and one of them, obviously, the World Series. Hey, did you see the game last night? I don't care. I don't care. I think they're all under
There's kids dying out there
Absolutely.
because we're so distracted by a stupid TV set
100%,
that's promoting
100%.
outside in thinking. I'm over it.
100%.
Your practice sucks because you don't surround yourself and immerse yourself in chiropractic, and you're not on the mission to save the world, and it's because you're distracted with all the BS that's on TV.
100%. Yeah, you got to be committed to make a change, and you do that with rituals, which Pete's an expert on. Getting up in the morning.
Gotta do it. You
get up in the morning?
I do get up in the morning. Get up in the morning, hit the gym, work out, get into the books, reading the green books, and just some writing down, what you want to attract more in your life, right? And the things
And it's free. Doesn't cost anything.
And the things that you're grateful for. It's the best thing you can do is start your day with gratitude. It's the
Absolutely.
highest state of brain function right there. Absolutely. And one of the things that I really admire, Billy, about you is, many things, but you showcase your office and you go over all the detail that you put into taking good care of it, and the Ritz-Carlton attitude that you have toward keeping a great practice. And Joe and I have visited practices, and some of them really leave a few things to be desired.
Sure.
And what a simple thing you can do. You say invest in your practice. People are putting money in the stock market. I mean, how crazy is that, right? What did Ben Franklin say? Invest in...
Best investment you can make is in yourself.
In yourself, right?
And your brain, too. That's why you guys were here this
week,
weekend. You're helping them invest in their brains.
Right, and yourself, your practice is an extension of yourself.
Yeah.
Therefore,
and you're an extension of chiropractic, so we want to
Right.
bring chiropractic up to where it should be, on the top pedestal of healthcare and wellness, and you're not going to do it with some working in some toilet. You got to bring it up to a Ritz-Carlton. That's why I'm big on dressing the part when you're in the office, and that's just me. If you want to dress in ragged jeans and t-shirts, go for it. But I'm not that way. I mean, I'm really top shelf with everything I do, because you have one chance to make a first impression, and I want to make the best impression that I can.
100%.
So.
Absolutely.
And I want the office to look impeccable. I don't want, because if there's anything out of line, it affects my psyche too.
Absolutely.
And then your people come in and they want to come to the best of the best of the best in the world, and that's what we try to emulate, and not try. That's what we do. I mean, I have no question when I tell people this is the best chiropractic office in the world, because I believe it inside. And all of you should feel that way about yourselves, because if you don't, then what do you need to do to get to that point? So.
Right.
Absolutely.
So we're repainting this weekend.
You said that. That's
Yeah.
good. The IRS was a little concerned about how much money you're spending on paint.
They don't understand, like Cheeto marks on the walls for kids. It doesn't turn me on.
I understand. Well, it's been awesome to have you here. It's an honor.
Dude, as I always say, it's always an amazing honor to come to these events and hang out with my brothers and sisters in chiropractic.
So let's throw that last up there. Cal Jam 2012. Make sure you guys register. It's been an honor, guys.
Turn it to 12 in 2012.
May your urinate always flow from above down, guys. Have a great week. Enjoy serving. I'll talk to you guys next week.
My best friend gave me the best advice. He said each day